Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello listeners. SMA stands for Spinal Muscular Atrophy. It's a genetic problem that is found in children. It usually presents at around 6 months of age with a baby who's floppy, who's unable to roll, unable to sit. So it's basically a very, very weak child. So you'd like to know how SMA is diagnosed. It's basically diagnosed on the history where the parent will come and tell the doctor that my baby is not able to roll, my baby is not able to hold his or her head up, my baby can't sit, my baby is very weak, very floppy. So that history plays a very important role, and then the doctor will do an examination of the baby and he'll find that this baby is very floppy, there's absent reflexes. Usually with spinal muscular atrophy you see fasciculations of the tongue as well. That's a classic telltale sign of SMA. And then obviously there are some investigations like blood tests that can be done to confirm the diagnosis of spinal muscular atrophy. Does SMA affect the brain? The answer is no, it doesn't affect the brain adversely. It spares the brain. It's a problem that's localized to the spine. So that's where the major problem is. There's a deficiency of a protein called SMN gene. So the brain is not affected at all. If anything, children with SMA, from my observations, are very intelligent children. They have no mental deficits at all. So what happens if an SMA patient gets the flu? You've got to be very careful with SMA children, not only with the flu, but with any infection for that matter, because they have very weak muscles, and here we're referring especially to the muscles that work around the lungs and the whole airway system and breathing system. So when they get the flu, they're unable to clear up their secretions, they're unable to cough out the secretions, so you can get thick secretions forming, you can get plugging of secretions, and that can give you a lot of complications. So ideally, a person who has spinal muscular atrophy must get the flu vaccine, they must get the pneumococcal vaccine, and if they're under the age of 2, they must also get the vaccine against RSV, that's respiratory syncytial virus. It's a virus that causes thick secretions and mucus plugging in the airways. So children with SMA have to be very careful about picking up an infection, especially these respiratory infections, because sometimes it can turn out to be very difficult to treat them because of their weak muscles.
I pray to God, my heart, soul and body, every single day of my life, with every breath. I solemnly promise to try to live my life for you. Oh Allah, you did revive my soul and shone your light into my heart. So pleasing you is now my only goal. Oh, I love you so, I love you so.